siblings. So getting to K2, that roundabout. So I was coming down, I was trekking with my siblings, so I wanted to go take a commercial bus. So they just stopped me and said, hello, give me your phone. I was like, why? I was like, I want to see your phone. I was like, you don't have any right to hold my phone. They're like, no, that if I don't have anything I'm hiding, that then I'll give them my phone. I was like, okay, take, this is my phone. This guy delayed me for more than 1 hour. My siblings were crying that we did not do anything. And as at that time, that was like, I think 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Imagine 2 years ago till now. And things are even getting more. Even a bus key. I have to show them that, okay, I'm a driver and all of those things before they have to let me go and all of those things. So that's, I think, Nigerians, the youth are taking over. We are taking over. Ati Soros, okay, bye. And I like this. So,
wonderful.
YDP, Youth Democratic Party.
Confirm. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
And there you have it, guys. And most assuredly, I know that a new Nigeria is about to be born, and I'm positive that we all will be alive to see it. My name is Tony. Bye-bye.
Following the current uproar that arose from the interview royal couple Meghan Markle and Prince Harry had with Oprah Winfrey, where they opened up on their lives as royals, their decision to quit the royal house, and the mental struggles the Duchess faced while in the royal house, author and women's rights activist Dr. Shola slams British media personality Piers Morgan on live TV. She condemned the act of the royal family towards Meghan and Prince Harry, and she calls Piers Morgan, who speaks in favor of the royal family, disgusting and a racist.
You lies.
All right. Harry and Meghan.
Are we allowed to engage in any of this?
Let me finish.
Well, you're not stopping.
Outraged that Harry and Meghan had the audacity to speak that truth than you should be at the actual outrage of racism.
Right. Okay. Am I allowed to respond to this?
6%.
Am I allowed to respond yet?
You can respond now.
Okay. I think what you just said about the Queen is disgusting. I think it's unbelievable. You talk about the behaviour of a 19.
Am I lying when I said that?
Allow me to say what I'm. Allow me to explain.
And the institution is protected.
Right. Allow me to defend our royal family. Thank you.
You tell me.
What about the behaviour of Harry and Meghan, who are spray gunning his family on global television as Philip lies in hospital? You might laugh. I don't think it's funny. I think it's piling hurt on the Queen, who is already suffering greatly from her husband's illness.
I wish to respond to that. What I don't think is funny, I'll tell you what I don't think is funny. It's the fact that you are such a disappointment. I wish to God one day you even surprise me. You constantly use your platform as a wealthy, white, privileged man with power and influence to
what a load of
and
nonsense, honestly.
The biggest
what a load of race-baiting nonsense.
And the misogynist attacks on Meghan Markle. And you do it so shamelessly.
We have...
Solidarity forever, solidarity forever, we shall always fight for our rights. Àlùtà mẹ́ta làwa yóò ṣe. Àlùtà mẹ́ta làwa yóò ṣe. Àlùtà mẹ́ta làwa yóò ṣe. Àlùtà mẹ́ta làwa yóò ṣe.
That's why I get my speakers. Roofing.
That must go! 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 That must go!
What do you want?
Exile!
What do you want?
Exile!
What do you want?
Exile!
What do you want?
Exile! Exile!
Yes.
In Ogbomosho yesterday, SARS are still killing people. SARS are still arresting people. We want immediate end and termination of the operation of SARS now. We are not going to keep quiet on the issues affecting the nation. Let it be preached across the nation that the Nigerian youth, this political consciousness is being awoken in us because of the marginalization, because of the intimidation, because of the marginalization. We are saying no to the SARS brutality. We are saying no to the marginalization. We are saying no to the corruption. We are saying no to every evil being practiced in Nigeria. And that is why, at this point, the Nigerian state, the Nigerian youth, we want to make a statement.
I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for coming to this family.
Àdúrà mẹ́ta mo gbà fún Déjàre.
In my heart today's a permanent place for you. That's why my heart is a beat like do bang, do bang.
Do. Yeah, all right. Okay.
Under the law, ever pronounced granting a and the Debo Alexander and Debola legally as husband and wife. Mr.
I don't want any X-Man in the one land again. wahala for area. Someone come save me from Delilah. Save me from Delilah. Yeah, Elijah.
SARS, there are other underlying issues that require the attention, accountability, and responsibility of the Nigerian political leaders. In a country where bail is free, much is expected. And as it is, Nigeria is okay on what they want and what they do not want. It's another exciting episode on The Catch-Up Show, and my name is Tommy. You're welcome. It's exactly 10 days today, and Nigerian youths have been leading a peaceful protest against police brutality and what they want and they do not want, saying that they are tired and they really want to change this time around. Protests have been led in different parts of the countries, and in the process, lives have been lost. Some came up to tell their stories. Some were brutally injured, but a large number are still holding the fort, saying that they been here. But apparently, Nigerian youths are not backing out on this. They aim at getting the protest to 30 days. Only then will they be heard and attended to by the United Nations. I mean, it's actually a good thing, seeing that all of this solidarity thing is actually making a move. We need to commend Nigerian celebrities and other Nigerians that have been at the front line of the protest. All this Ajuaya and solidarity thing. I mean, it's actually not easy. For the boldness and for the courage. Of course, the keypad warriors too that are pushing the protest, pushing the trend. As it is no longer a trend anymore, it's even a movement, because international forces have joined forces with Nigerian youth to clamor for the end SARS, end police brutality, and reform Nigeria in general. And the personality of Falz actually caught our attention, as you know, the guy is actually a musician and a comedian.
Something happened for Lagos, for Surulere, but they talk.
But who would have thought that Falz could switch personality in a split of seconds? We all know he studied law, yeah, right? But then he dishing out some comments, just leading the protest. We need to be knowledgeable about what we are doing and what we are fighting for. It's actually a good thing, though.
That the Human Rights Commission has remained without a governing council since 2015.
But then Nigerian youths are actually not taking it easy at all. If you give them gas, they will give you both. When the Melaye was trying to say that he's already in support of all of these things, Falz gave him one gas that he should not even pretend as if he is in this with them. But it's a good thing to know also that Nigerians have been putting forces together financially right now to take control and to feed Nigerian protesters, so that people protesting, I mean, we see food, water, drinks flying all around protest ground. It's a good thing. And then, not only that they contributed, but they are accountable for every penny spent so far in the protest. Even if Nigerian youths, they lead this country without a leader, we will still survive. 10 days so far.
Why not give us food, more cook for ourselves?
Yeah, cook for ourselves.
Yes, so.
Into Nigerian political personnel and their atrocities. This one in particular is mouth-filling.
Irrespective of tribe, race, disheartening that you won't bring to justice every police who have involved in killing of the protesters due to the deep secret that caused the loyalties that lies between you and the people in your government.
But then it is good to see that Nigerian youth want to okay, and they are not disguising anymore, to see what solidarity and togetherness can actually do and achieve in our country. It's actually a good thing. But you all know it's excitement Monday on The Catch-Up Show, and we go on the street of Lagos to see what people have to say about issues in their society, in their community, and Nigeria at large. Do come with me. What's your name, sir?
My name is pharmacist Oshomola Ogutola.
Okay, sir. So what do you have to say about the end SARS protest going on sometime now in Nigeria?
Well, and extrajudicial killing. The police have to reform. The government has to reform the police and demilitarize the police. The police is not the armed forces are the armed forces. We live in a country where you see policemen you see 5, 6, they carry assault weapons as their standard issue rifles. The lack of accountability in the force, mind the language of the force, is very, very wrong. It's unprofessional. It is not global best practices that policemen can pick somebody without warrants. They don't take you to the job. Seen cases where people are being held for months. This used to happen in places like Argentina, in the 40s and 50s and 60s. Idi Amin in Uganda. Not here. Nigerian the youths of anywhere, intellectually, professionally, you know, in everything, you find Nigerian youths excelling. Even the police we have issues with now. You see them go for all we are complaining about. But once they come back home here, they revert to become something else. Our students that we say they are not good, they leave this country, they go to other universities outside Nigeria, Benin Republic, Ghana, good. They live here, they go to America, they go to the United Kingdom, they become the best there. So the problem is not the youth, the problem is not actually the police, the problem is the structure, the way things work here. Things must just leaders who are awake or they are waking up. And the Nigerian youth is the giant of Africa. 1 in 4 black people is in Nigeria. 50% of Nigerian population are people, Nigerian youth. So for every 4 people you see in the world that are black Africans, 2 are Nigerian youth. So the time is right, and the time is right. And that change, you know, must of course come. I hope to see it in my lifetime. The real Nigeria.
I think it is justified for this change that we are seeking. They block it.
Ali must go riot. That's about 1977, 78. I was a little child, but it was a youth protest, but it was violent. That has been the most peaceful protest in 2 out of every 4 black people is actually a Nigerian youth. So when they come out onto the road, why won't the roads block? And then, I mean, look at our unemployment rate. Now it's about 50% or 60% to be engaged to fight for what is right. But I mean, we have so much youth everywhere. So if you want to, the road will block. It's just, I'm sorry to say that. We should just bear with it.
Of course.
This is the right thing we are doing.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
Thank
you're
you.
welcome.
I think it's a peaceful protest. Doing a good job. I mean, people just want peace. They just want the good things to come back. And for the fact that they are doing their protest, they're just fighting for it to somewhere around somewhere around Akoka.
You're on your way to somewhere around Akoka for the protest, right? Okay, so you've been joining in the protests.
Yeah.
And do you think Nigeria is actually overdoing it?
It's a normal thing. I think it's a peaceful protest. So there's no, for the fact that they are fighting for their rights.
All right. Thank you so much for your time.
Welcome.
Yeah, what's your name?
Sammy Moore, that's my name.
Okay, Sammy Moore, what do you have to say about the NSAS protest and police brutality thing?
I think the idea of the end to stop all of this nonsense. I watched a video yesterday that was very, very pathetic and very, very, very disheartening. How would you kill somebody? How would you wreck a whole family because of 2,000 naira? The guy didn't even do anything wrong. He just told you he was coming back from church with the keke napep and you told him.
Shock.
Yeah, you understand. So I don't know, the whatever that the youth are doing now, I think I like it and I'm in support of it 100%.
Okay, so what would you have to say to the traffic, the way they are blocking the roads? Is it justifiable still?
If we are saying the way the traffic, whatever, if all of these things doesn't happen, there is no way the government will see that we are very serious with what we are doing. So for the fact that the traffic, these people, they know what they are saying. It's not the 2 weeks, whatever that we say, and everything just ends like that.
Okay, I see the way you're talking about this thing with passion.
Yes.
Have you had a personal experience?
Yes, I've had a very bad.
Okay, can you relay your
Okay,
story?
so there was one time I was coming from Ojodu Bega. Okay. So I went to pick up my siblings. So getting to K2, that roundabout. So I was coming down, I was trekking with my siblings, so I wanted to go take a commercial break to hold my phone. I know that if I don't have anything I'm hiding, that then I'll give them my phone. I was like, okay, take, this is my phone. This guy delayed me for more than 1 hour. My siblings were crying. that we did not do anything. And as at that time, that for nothing, and they still have me to pay some money. If not, I just opted that I didn't have any money with me. Oh. It was only the bus key. It was even a bus key. I had to show them that okay, I'm a driver and all of those things before they had to let me go and all of those things. So that's, I think, the move we Nigerians, the youth, are taking over. We are taking over.
Confirm. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
And there you have it, guys. And most assuredly, I know that a new Nigeria is about to be born, and I'm positive that we all will be alive to see it and experience it. Do not forget, guys, to like, subscribe, share, comment, and turn the notification bell so you'll be notified of our report. Till I come your way next time, my name is Tommy. Bye-bye. Assigned to NSAS, there are other underlying issues that require the attention, accountability, and responsibility of the Nigerian political leaders. In a country where bail is free, much is expected, and as it is, Nigeria is okay on what they want and what they do not want. It's another exciting episode on the Catch-Up Show, and my name is Tommy. You're welcome. It's exactly 10 days today, and Nigerian youths have been leading a peaceful protest against police brutality and what they want and they do not want, saying that they are tired and they really want to change this time around. Protests have been led in different parts of the countries, and in the process, lives have been lost. Some came up to tell their stories. But apparently, Nigerian youths are not backing out on this. They aim at getting the protest to 30 days. Only then will they be heard and attended to by the United Nations. I mean, it's actually a good thing, seeing that all of this solidarity thing is actually making a move. We need to commend Nigerian celebrities and other Nigerians that have been at the front line of the protest. All this Ajiwaya and solidarity thing, I mean, it's actually not easy. For the boldness and for the courage, of course, the keypad warriors too that are pushing the protest, pushing the trend. As it is no longer a trend anymore, it's even a movement, because international forces have joined forces with Nigerian youth to clamor for the NSAS and police. As you know, the guy is actually a musician and a comedian.
Something happened for Lagos.
But who would have thought that Fowls could switch personality in a split of seconds? We all know he studied law, yeah, right? But then he dishing out some constitutional information for Nigerian youth, for them to know what Nigeria stands for and what Nigeria do not stand for. It's actually a good thing.
Since 2015.
But then Nigerian youths are actually not taking it easy at all. If you give them bats, they will give you ghosts. When the Melaye was trying to say that he's already in support of all of these things, Fowls gave him one bat that he should not even pretend as if he is in this with them. But it's a good thing to know also that Nigerians have been putting forces together financially right now to take control and to feed Nigerian protesters, so that people protesting, I mean, we see food, water, drinks flying all around protest ground. It's a good thing. And then, not only that they contributed, but they are accountable for every penny spent so far in the protest. Even if Nigerian youths, they lead this country. And not to forget Ogbeni Anonymous, that has been giving us insight into Nigerian political personnel and their atrocities. This one in particular is mouth-filling. Ogbeni.
Irrespective of tribe, race, disheartening that you won't bring to justice every police who have involved in killing of the protesters due to the deep secret that caused the loyalties that lies between you and the people in your government.
But then it is good to see that Nigerian youth want to score us okay, and they are not disguising anymore, to see what solidarity and togetherness can actually do and achieve in our country. It's actually a good thing. But you all know it's excitement Monday on the Catch-Up Show, and we go on the street of Lagos to see what people have to say about issues in their society, in their community, and Nigeria at large. Do come with me. What's your name, sir?
My name is Pharmacist Oscar.
Say something and then no one makes a sound or acknowledges that you said something, and then someone else will say the exact same thing. And then everyone will be like, oh yes, and that's the person that repeated it is a man. And then it's so my mom has been in those kinds of situations. And so instead of like waiting to contribute in the middle of a meeting, my mom, the way she would deal with those types of situations was she would be sure to speak first. You know, she would jump up and she would say, hey, I think X, Y, and Z about, ABC problem, and just put it out there at the very beginning. That way it wouldn't get drowned out in the course of a discussion. And then later on, when other people were saying things, they'd have to say, oh yes, as Ngozi said, you know, it's ABC and XYZ. And I was like, oh, that's a really good strategy. So I think just over the years, she's developed strategies to cope. She actually wrote a book about this kind of stuff, actually in co-authored, you know, with the former Prime Minister from Australia. So I think check that out. That would be a good, yeah.
I will surely would do that. So, but about you now, all of this sexism, racism, how did you feel about her? I mean, about her. Then recently, a Swiss media, you know, called her a grandma. That's that. I don't. It's not about me here, so it's about you. So, how did you feel about that? How?
Yeah, I mean, I think seeing that report and seeing the furor, you know, over that report, it sort of emphasizes the same thing that my mom and her co-author discussed in their book. This idea that whenever we think about women and women in the professional space, instead of first addressing their professional capabilities, we always try to domesticize them. We always try to think about them in the context of their family. And there's nothing wrong, you know, with thinking about a person in the context of their family. It's just that, why don't we do that for men? You know, why don't we say a grandfather has been appointed as XYZ, you know? And the thing is, men have families too. So I think all they're trying to say is we need to be equitable in how we describe and how we characterize people, because unfortunately, people try to pigeonhole women into only domestic roles or put them in the context of a domestic role. It makes you think that the only role for a woman is within the domestic sphere. But I don't think my mom has any, like, she doesn't have any, wouldn't take offense to being thought of as a grandma. She is a grandma. It's just that in the context of being, you know, leading world organizations and discussing trade and economic things, we should talk about her professional credentials. Like, there's a time and place for everything.
So you didn't feel somehow about it? It was just one of those things for you, or how did you take it?
Oh, how did I feel about this? I mean, so for me, within the larger context of how do we talk about women within the professional sphere, I could see why people were upset that she was the like grandma. I can see why people are upset, because they're like, why are they talking about that? She's a leading economist. She's a this. She's a that. We should emphasize that because we're talking about a serious job. But then at the same time, I was like, well, I think, you know, my mom wouldn't, she is a grandma, you know what I'm saying? So, and she's proud of that too. So she's proud of that as well. So I didn't feel like, initially, I didn't really feel particularly offended. However, when you put it in the larger context, like of how women are always relegated or associated with the domestic sphere, I see why people were annoyed. You know, I can see why.
Okay, so looking at where we ended that now, so there are different forms of feminism, you know, different people with different ways they practice theirs. So are you a feminist? If yes, if no, what do you think about feminism? And then is mom a feminist too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm definitely a feminist. I mean, hands down. I'm card carrying, whatever you want to call it. I'm very much a feminist. I know, you know, in some academic circles, many African women scholars also have womanist, because they felt that feminist was really created in the context of a white lens, like a white female lens. And so many Black scholars or Black other female scholars of color felt excluded from feminism because it really focused on whiteness. But the concept, the idea that women should be treated as equals to men, that women are just as capable of contributing to society, not just in the domestic sphere, but in all sorts of spheres, like men are, I strongly believe in that. And if that's feminism, then I'm a feminist. And I would say that my mom is the
feminist, that people are getting out of feminism because it's white. Wow, it's really not much in Nigeria. All we hear them say and do is feminism, and
yeah.
Thank you for giving me that. Okay, so the focus of this magazine is your mom as an inspiration to African girls and African women. But you know, she had the privilege, she had the opportunity. Dad was a monarch and the family is well-to-do, and then it passed to you and your brothers and, you know, all of the great things that you're doing. And I even saw a cousin recently. She got an award from the UN or something, and I was like, okay, wow, it's really a thing in the Iweala family. So, but how about the less privileged girls and women? You know, people that do not have all of this privilege that your family have.
So I think, so first point is that it's very important to see the example of somebody that looks like you doing something great. So, you know, first off, just to have that imagery, I think is really powerful and very important. So that's one point I'll bring up. The second is, you're right. You know, it takes people pushing you up. Sometimes it takes resources in order to train people to get to the points where my mom has gotten. And I think that's why it's really fundamental to her that we need to improve the structures we have, whether it's through government, whether it's through communities, so that people don't have to be the daughter of a monarch or traditional ruler, or don't have to be super wealthy in order to succeed. We want equality of opportunity for everyone. I think that's the bottom line. So from that standpoint, my mom and her siblings were raised that what you need to do, because you have a lot of privilege, take advantage of it as much as possible. Educate yourself, get yourself into the places of power so that you can represent for the people who don't necessarily have the same voice and access that you do. And then when you get there, do something to change the situation so that other people will now also have the opportunity, even if they didn't start out with the same level of opportunity that you yourself are so lucky to have. And that's something that my mom and dad have ingrained in us. It's so important. So I think that's probably why, you know, I believe in this idea of mentorship. And I believe I'm here, I'm trying to represent as a physician scientist who also happens to be a Black woman. And then to try and encourage others and to set up a system, you know, even within my small lab, where other people can see, okay, this is what we need to do so that they can reach those levels. So, you know, I know that even if, yeah, I think I'll just put it at that. Number one, the importance of the imagery of having somebody that looks like you in the position. And number two, the importance of having someone who recognizes the importance of equality of opportunity, of giving developing nations of poor, underserved girls the chance to succeed in that place of power so that she can say it over and over again.
Well, that's really amazing. Okay, I forgot to ask this the other time when I asked about feminism. Yeah. I know you're a Christian, you like to sing, the choir, and all of those things. But, you know, a Nigerian gospeler once said, you cannot be a Christian and be a feminist. You know, that it contradicts what the Bible says about women submitting. What do you also think about, okay, the statement that when women get into power, they begin to, I don't want to say misuse, or, you know, act somehow towards their husbands, wanting to lord over their husbands. And so what do you think about this? First, about you cannot be a Christian and be a feminist, and then about women in power, you know, lording over their husbands.
Wow. I mean, I guess I am in complete disagreement with this statement that you can't be a Christian and a feminist. You know, the Bible... So the Bible is a living document. You know, the Bible is something that is supposed to guide us. We're supposed to look into the scriptures to understand how we can approach and listen and be with God. And I don't think God wants any of God's creations to be thought of as second-class citizens who should not succeed, who should be abused, or who shouldn't be listened to. I just don't think, for me, God and Jesus Christ, like, that's not what they're for. You know, Jesus had women as part of his integral group of people that were with him, you know? So I disagree with that statement. And then secondly, I guess I also just disagree with the statement that women in power are automatically going to turn around and lord it over their husbands. I just haven't seen that example. I'm not saying that maybe it happens, like I'm sure that you can find one example or something, but I just haven't seen that. You know, sadly, there are not as many female leaders in high positions of power as we would like. But for the ones that I can see, they actually seem to have incredibly healthy, loving relationships that are truly partnerships with their husbands. those are the ones that succeed, not the ones that are lording it over or whatever. You know, I feel like that's a problem fundamental to the relationship, and it's independent of whether the woman is in a position of power or not.
Okay.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I hope you have a very good day.
You too.
Oh my God! I just finished speaking with Dr. Oyinye Iweala, and my God, it's really an amazing session. I had fun all through, and she assured that she had fun as you just watched. Stay tuned to KOKO TV as we bring you many more of these exclusives. I am Layo Shobo. Thank you for joining, and bye for now.
Cause you get the final say.
Congratulations have been rolling in non-stop since the Wellington couple, Banky and Adesua, welcomed their first child, a bouncing baby boy named Zaya. The politician and single father even went ahead to drop a single in celebration and gratitude of their baby boy, titled Final Say. The song sheds light on the couple's baby journey, giving hope that things will happen in God's time. There have been a lot of speculations since the song was released and even before the couple had their child. And now, Banky W and Adesua have finally unveiled their journey and testimony. In a recent session at their church, the Waterbrooks, the couple revealed that it wasn't a smooth ride, as they had once gotten pregnant with twins via IVF, but experienced embryo shrinking and eventually an evacuation of the babies. After this, they tried the process 2 more times, but it failed and they gave up. Miraculously, while waiting on God, they got pregnant with their baby boy.
So that I don't feel nervous and stuff, which I wasn't, to be completely honest. And I remember now, when you have taken so many pregnancy tests and you have gotten so many negatives, you know exactly what a negative looks like. So there's the test line and the control line. And the test line comes before the control line. And once the P is valid, then it goes across.
Everything I do, I try to make sure I'm an entertainer.
Yeah.
After laughing, what do you learn? This movie is going to do it.
So what next should we expect from Frank Donga?
Maybe a Frank Donga feature movie. Feature film.
Alright. Thank you very much.
Don't let them yell. It's coded. Just me and you.
Yeah.
Well, to dig out the cross, and it's been drilled in by Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. His 50th Arsenal goal, combining again with Alexander Lacazette.
At his disposal in those areas, David Luiz finds himself up forward, gets his cross in there, look, and he finds Lacazette.
Jean Moutinho, and Wolves have got their equalising goal. Raul Jimenez. Wolves who have a habit of doing it the hard way in the Premier League.
Just lets his runner go. Just lets his runner go. It's so easy. Look, he runs up a Ceballos.
Trezeguet. 1-0 für Villa. Mahmoud Ahmed Ibrahim Hassan, genannt Trezeguet, mit seinem ersten Saisontreffer. Und wir haben mit 1:0 zurück. Ball in der Mitte und Robertson! Andrew Robertson, 1:1, Liverpool! Und wenn sie liefern müssen, dann liefern sie. Nochmal ein Eckball für Liverpool! Mane! Sadio! Mane! Egal wer auf dem Spielberichtsbogen steht, ob A11 oder B11. Bedient von Trent.
Bodies in the box for Brighton. The slightest of touch and the substitute, Trossard, has scored again at the Amex. Well, the starting 11 couldn't break down target.
There's a great run across the front post.
2 attacking players have come on. Trossard with the ball in, and that now is game, set and match, and it's Shane Duffy, not with his head, but with his foot, that has sealed the points for Brighton and Hove Albion. He started on the bench this afternoon. Impressive Brighton squad. 2-0.
Well, it's all about the quality of the set piece, isn't it? Fraser. Smith lifts one in. Josh King takes it down. Wriggles free and scores. Well, the Manchester United old boy strikes against the club where it all started for him. And on the stroke of half-time, Bournemouth get the first goal against Manchester United. Bournemouth won.
That goal defensively, but a great goal by Josh King. You see, he just feed it out wide to Harry.
Support, including Armstrong, and it's dropped and Ward-Prowse pounces. A rare moment of joy in a miserable week for Southampton. They have the champions on the back foot.
On target, made it difficult for Ederson to take cleanly. Southampton.
Walker. In towards Aguero!
Sergio Aguero doing what comes so naturally to him. And boy, did his side need that.
All about completely instinctive finish here.
Foden. Angelino. It's up there for Jesus. It might fall for City. It does! Manchester City find a way through. And through such an unlikely source. They've kept going.
Enough. They won all 3 points. And look at Angelino here on the left-hand side.
Chase. Comes to Mousse, lays it back. Oh, perfectly placed by Lundstrom. A top team goal from Sheffield United. McGoldrick started it. Mousse with a touch. Lundstrom with a fantastic finish.
What a wonderful piece of football.
First half has gone as Stevens puts in a great cross, needed a touch, gets one, 2-0. Lundstrom at the double. It is a reflection of the dominance that Sheffield United have shown early in this. There's Mousse. It's a good run from Fleck. 3-0. Sean Dyche will be peeling the paint in the changing room at half-time.
But again, his midfield support is...
Jorginho has steered that one round, and Tammy Abraham catches Watford off guard, and that is a finish of perfection.
I think we've just seen the pass. It's an absolute beauty. Perfectly weighted in its vision as well. Almost doesn't have to look in.
Abraham pulls it across, and Pulisic is there to make it 2-0. Carrying on his scoring feat from Turf Moor. Chelsea putting on another show on the road.
Yeah, and Williams' part in it was vital.
19 colleague with Spain, he does beat him. And that changes the picture considerably. Watford back in it.
Delivered by Shelvey. Joe Linton got there first and headed into the net. Brilliant from Newcastle. Kieran Clark with the final header.
Delivery for West Ham. John Joe Shelvey back into this Newcastle team this afternoon. Equally as good delivery. They win the first contact on the far post as Joe Ellington.
Back to Willems. What a good looking ball. Fernandes is up there. They've scored again. Federico Fernandes this time. Another centre-back, another set piece. West Ham all over the place.
Well, he poured the pen and they take a short corner, Newcastle. Really slow West Ham to get out there. I think it's Yarmolenko there, Mark Noble.
It is Shelvey. Oh, what an unbelievable goal! 3-0 to Newcastle United. John Joe Shelvey capping A superb individual display with a quite sensational free kick. Oh, it's loose and in. Balbuena touches it over the line. And West Ham have a potential lifeline with 17 minutes to go. They trail 3-1 and surprise, surprise.
He has been their biggest threat, Balbuena. A lot of first contacts. And certainly paid off this afternoon.
Oh, brilliant goal! A stunning strike from Rob Snodgrass. Well, in the 90th minute, it's 3-2. A beautiful hit from Robert Snodgrass.
Oh, delivery.
It's a reload for Maddison and Leicester. Real problems and touched in by Soyuncu. He's won rave reviews this season. Big Turk at the Leicester defence. Well, now he has his first goal for the club. 12 minutes into the second half. Leicester to the lead. And Jamie Vardy seals the deal for Leicester. Almost the first chance he's had in the 88 minutes played, and he buries it with his usual clinical style.
And they are looking into producing the vaccines locally. Still looking. Everything actually look.
The pandemic which swept through 2020 is still here and eating deep into our society. After the first wave of the coronavirus, countries are facing a second wave of this pandemic. Comedian and actor Basket Mouth has come out to express his distaste for the slow pace at which the Nigerian government is moving. It was earlier stated on the 8th of January that Nigeria will receive 100,000 doses of COVID-19 vaccines by early February, according to officials. Recently, Ghana has come out to announce its plans to procure 17.6 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines by the end of June, with the first doses arriving in March. President Nana Akufo-Addo said on Sunday, comparing the population of Ghana to the number of vaccines being procured and also the population of Nigeria to the number of vaccines being procured, Basketman points out.
Yes, I just read on the news that Ghana just secured about 17.6 million vaccines, which is going to get to them before the end of June 2021. You must understand that Ghana's population is about like 30 million people. Yeah, that's about like Lagos and Ogun State. And Nigeria is about like over 200 million people. Yeah, Nigeria is still looking into securing 100,000 vaccines to cover just Lekki Phase 1 and the small of Naija. Yeah. And they are looking into producing the vaccines locally. Still looking. Everything actually look. Now you want to produce the vaccines locally. Who won't take them now? Wait, this on a malaria drug, do they work?
No matter how slow, at least the Nigerian government is moving. Fingers crossed as we await the vaccines.
Hey loves, it's another exciting episode of the Catch Up Show, and my name is Stomy. Today on the show.
Go.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah.
There you can see you.
Yeah, good to see you. So, how have you been?
I've been good. I'm fine. I'm okay. Awesome.
This is a catch-up show, and what we do on the catch-up show is we give trending happenings around the country, especially entertainment. So, what is trending right now is the Big Brother Naija.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, all right. With no further ado, let's just get into it. So, who was Eric before Big Brother Naija House? Before the whole fame, who was Eric?
Eric was still I got my certifications online. That was like my day job. And in the evenings, my night job, I was a fitness trainer for people interested in getting fit or gaining muscle. So we're just different things from different places mixed into Eric.
Oh, nice. So you were into modeling. Was that the main reason why you were always showing off your, abs and everything in the house?
No.
Right now, Big Brother Naija show, you were evicted some weeks ago. So who is Eric now?
Yeah.
Has anything changed?
Like I said, I'm still basically the same person, but right now I'm just more trying to make the right decisions for my brand in the long term, because there are a lot of people right now trying to do different things with you. So you just need trying to figure out, okay, this is good in the next 4 or 5 years, this is good in the next 2 years.
How would you describe your experience in the house? How would you describe it?
My experience in the house was fun, entertaining, and it was educative, because, staying in the same place, so it's just, it was really entertaining and educative for you to be able to have conversations with those kind of peculiar personalities, because everyone is so different from me, and there's something you can learn from everybody. So I just tried to learn as much as I could from other people that I believed I could have conversations with.
Okay, Eric, you mentioned fun like more than 3 to 4 times. Doesn't mean you do not
Yeah.
have at all.
I didn't have what?
Any regrets at all in the house? When you
Nah,
were
I don't have any regrets of how I played the game.
Let's talk about yourself and Lilo when you were in the house.
I don't regret it, but right now it seems like it wasn't the right thing to do. Because the right thing to do, I'll obviously still be in the house. So at that point, I didn't know what people outside were saying. I didn't know how they were viewing it. So it's not a regretful to attach to one person. So I can have like better relationships with other people all around. So, yeah, it happened and I don't regret it. So, things could have been different, but it's not in my hands.
Okay, would you relate with another female housemate rather than Lilo? If you were given the chance back into the house.
I'll relate to all the housemates. I believe that was something I didn't do right. And above average relationship with at least the majority of the housemates.
Okay, let me put it this way. Would you have an intimate relationship with another female housemate if you were given the chance to go back into the house? Or would you pick Lilo over again?
What I'm going to say to that.
So, since you left the house, during the live eviction show, you told Ebuka that you're going to go back to, to normal life and check back on Lilo, and you guys pick up from where you guys left it off in the house. So how is that going right now? You and Lilo, are you guys in contact?
Yeah, we're in contact.
In the picture.
Leave me where I was before, our friends.
Leave me where you were before.
Yeah.
And you're not willing to...
Pardon? Yeah, right now everything's cool. Right now, I'm a young man. I'm just trying to secure the bag, man. Trying to better my life and everything. So I don't want to get distracted with other things that might not pay me as much as I want. So we just trying to stay focused on what's important.
Okay. That's well enough. It's well enough. Okay, so Eric, I want to believe that you're still following the Big Brother Naija show, and it was Watoni V, Praise, and Tricky T that were nominated for possible eviction, and Praise was just evicted. So what's your take on that? How do you see it?
And after that, I don't think he was in the bottom 4 anymore. So it's quite unfortunate that when he got back there, he had to leave. But asking about it, I'm sure he knows he did well, because he did well.
Oh, nice. Okay, that is actually coming from someone that has been evicted from the house. So you're telling him not to take life.
I know he's just going to keep pushing. He has to provide for his family and everyone. So he's just going to do the right thing instead of dwelling on what he could have done or what he couldn't have done. So I know he's going to do good.
Okay, nice. So with the few weeks you spent in the house with the housemates and the updates you've been following.
I think there are a few people I'm kind of sure about might make it to the top 5. I'll say Lekon, the Icons are 100% behind him. In fact, 150% behind him. So I know that he's going to go really far. I believe next week will go far.
Okay, so I want to ask, after leaving the house that early, that soon, what did you think you actually did wrong to leave the house so soon?
I don't know. Maybe it was a bunch of different things. I don't know what the viewers saw or what they didn't like about me, but I didn't really try to go back to see what they hated. I just tried. We set up this year. It's actually your housemates sending you away. So I believe that my mistake was not interacting as much as I should with the current housemates. So yeah, that was my biggest mistake.
What about Neo and V?
What do you think? Is it just a game plan? Like, is it just a strategy?
Because the way they interact and talk to each other, it's something that you can easily believe that it's something that can progress after the house. But you know, at the end of the day, everyone is there for the money. Everyone wants to win. So it could be a strategy. It could be something different. But I can't say from where I'm sitting right now.
The Brighto, Watoni, and Dorothy. What's going on? Okay, let's ask from the standpoint of a guy right now. What is Brighto trying to do?
Like I said earlier, Baito is playing the game. Lord Bailey is playing the game. So I don't even know exactly what's going on personally. But I believe Baito is 100% in the game. So I don't think he's trying to get distracted by any.
Relationships in the house, they are just truths, no more, no less.
That's what I feel.
That's what you feel. Okay. Well enough. So, looking at it now, you left the house some couple of weeks, I beg your pardon, couple of weeks back. So what are your plans?
So apart from trying to get sponsorship deals and development, I'm trying to really my hands on get partnerships in my brand, business or things or things related. Yeah, so I'm still going back to my modeling career, putting myself back out there, back to Nollywood, so I can get a few roles and get back on the screen there, back to acting, back to fitness, back to the gym, trying to help more people get fit, and back to modeling, just trying to make a living doing the things I like doing.
And end the commitment. And we hope that when next we call on you, even if it's not about Big Brother Nigeria, you're going to answer us, right?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I enjoyed it. It was fun.
And there you have it, guys, the interview with Eric. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Do not forget to like, subscribe, share, turn your notification bell so that whenever we have a post, you will be notified. Till I come your way next time, my name is Stomy.
Whether it's a married man that bought the car for her or she bought the car herself and so forth.
Blessing Okoro has come out to speak concerning the Prado Jeep Nollywood actress Destiny Etiko just bought. Destiny Etiko took that it doesn't matter if it was a married man that bought the car for the actress. She also says that people pointing fingers at Destiny are guilty of the same crime.
A lot of women are saying it's a married man that bought the car for her. And so forth what? Yes. Whether it's a married man that bought the car for her or she bought the car herself. Apart from her. So I'm just talking based on general things. Let me tell you something. However Destiny wants to buy that car, but trust me, that girl have ended. This girl, it's not today Destiny started acting movie now. Let's give people accolade. Let's give people.
because she did not see him again. Since that 7 years, she didn't see him until she saw him in a movie that we did together with one mama like that 2 years ago. She saw me in that movie and him. She started doing some, even her brothers, they're asking her what happened. She couldn't say it until she told us. So they now put the CCTV. He came in. As he came in, he saw that there was nobody at home. I told him that I want to see those people. He asked me, who are these people? I said, they are DSTV people. I want to see them off. That when I go now, I will stay long. He should relax. He said, okay. I dropped my phone. I said, my phone is here. Then I went out. We locked the door. 2 seconds, he stood up. Begin to check my whole house. He checked every room to make sure none of the children are sleeping. She's inside sleeping. He checked the whole house for camera. He checked the whole house. Then he started. I can't even begin to relay the things that he did. Arami Uba, I was shaking because we're monitoring it on the phone. But at the point when she stood up to go to the kitchen, I will know that there is no camera in the kitchen. The people came in. They called police. Police came immediately. They picked him. I asked him, Larry, kí ni mo ṣe fún ẹ? Kí ni mo ṣe fún ẹ? Torí o mọ̀ pé mi ò bímọ àwọn ọmọ yìí. Ó dẹ̀ wá kó àwọn ọmọ yìí sí mi lọ́dọ̀ kí màmá máa ronú. Kò dẹ̀ ṣerú kó báyìí fún mi. Kí ni mo ṣe fún ẹ? He said it's the devil. That me, I'm his benefactor, but the devil he was just talking rubbish. So I asked him what happened 7 years ago. He told me he was just begging me. They took him away. Every day, we go to the police station from morning till night. Some of you are now saying they should post the video of the child that was being molested. Kill it again. What do you want to get? Even if you hate me, if you don't like me as a person, how can you? Báwo ni ẹ ṣe sùn torí mo lè sùn mi gẹ́tà mi mọ́ mi kẹta? Báwo lẹ ṣe sùn? Báwo lẹ ṣe sùn? Some people were even calling me, trying to threaten me. Why? Ọmọ ni ní Olúwa, ọmọ inú dẹ̀ ní èrè rẹ̀, bí ọ̀fà tí lọ́wọ́ alágbára bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́mọdé rí. Children are the heritage of God. Nobody is allowed to molest them. It's not fair. Please. Mo fi Ọlọ́run bá bẹ̀ yín. Even if you don't like me, please stop it. Stop saying all the rubbish at me. The police have started their investigation. He confessed 4 different times. Kilefe, why do you want to see a child? Why do you need to see a child? Àwọn ọmọ wa ò safe mọ́. Àwọn ọmọ wa ò safe mọ́. Ẹ wo mi, mo ní kọ̀kọ̀. Mi ò ní kọ̀kọ̀ ju àwọn ọmọ yẹn lọ. Ibo ni mo fẹ́ gbé tèmi bàbá ẹ̀? Ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Please, ó ti tó. Ẹ fi mí lẹ̀, ẹ jọ̀ọ́. If you believe that I'm lying, why don't you wish it on your children or go and see him back and ask him? Why would I want to set somebody up? Somebody that I'm the one helping him? Why? And then Joe, and those people who is plotting with, who are trying to see if they can model everything. Even if I die today, Even if I die today, gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wá ń sọ oríṣiríṣi mi tẹ́ mọ̀ kó tí mo lè sọ sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Ṣó tọ́ sí yín? Ṣó tọ́ sí yín? Look at somebody who call herself a rape survivor going online to say that he wants CCTV of a child being molested. When you said you were raped, when you came out, did we ask for CCTV before empathizing with? Please, enjoy. I'm not okay. For the sake of God and all these children, how do you want their parents to feel? Wọ́n fún mi láwọn ọmọ ìkọ́lé tù mí nínú. Gbogbo èèyàn ló dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé mi ò bímọ, ó ṣe nǹkan tìjú. This is the way God wants. Why are you being this?